So ever since I started putting the different meals I have in my fridge as a note in my fridge, it's really been a game changer for reducing how much eating out. And I really wonder if there's a way I can make money from it. You know, Jordan? It's just like, there's got to be some way I can patent this. It's just like $1 million idea, you know?
Oh, wow, David, look at the time. It's the Chainsaw Minute.
I'm David, and this is your dose of Chainsaw Man. You can join us every Friday where we see what masterpiece Fujimoto put out.
I'm Jordan, and if you're looking for regular Shonen Flop goodness, you can find our next episode to hear our first thoughts on Mama Yu Yu this Monday.
And just a reminder, we're moving the Chainsaw Minute to its own feed. You can find it at csm.libsyn.com. That's LIBSYN.com, or under the Chainsaw Minute wherever you get your podcast. And these recordings are open to everyone, so listen and chat along with us on the Shonen Flop Discord every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern when there's a new chapter out. Find a link to it in our show notes or on our site. And also, I want to give a big shout out. We got a big crowd today. This was a very interesting chapter.
Yo!
I'm sure that was a part of it.
Oh!
What was your devil this week?
My devil this week is the application devil. I am applying to a music school program at Berkeley, and oh my god, I hate filling out applications. Holy shit, it sucks. Oh my god.
What's the worst part of it?
The personal statement. I fucking hate writing personal statements.
But you're such a personal guy.
If they just, asked me, I might be able to... No, I couldn't. No, I couldn't. I fucking hate personal statements. How about you, man?
I know. I hate writing cover letters. I'm glad I don't have to write them anymore.
Ugh, lucky.
And mine was the deadline devil. I'm going to Vegas for a bachelor party, so I've got to get all my work done before I leave on Thursday. So that's going to be a lot of fun trying to see. And I am literally running some code in the background of this. I'm going to go check after this recording to see if it failed or not.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's been running for about 2 hours. I put a fireplace video on so my computer wouldn't fall asleep while it was running.
Oh my god.
So I've got a fireplace live stream playing in the background.
Jesus Christ.
Makes sense, right?
I guess.
All right. But anyway, Jordan, enough about that. Let's hear the plot summary for
Chapter 167, Super Smooch.
Mwah.
Trigger warning with this chapter for some sexual assault. Yeah, that happens in this chapter. And speaking of which, I'll get into the plot summary of what happens in this chapter.
Do it up.
Yoru is intent on cutting Denji's dick off with a knife she created out of a twig. Denji starts having second thoughts. I'm not really sure that he thought she was serious. I think he just thought it was a joke. And Yoru tells him to take it out. He fights her and knocks the knife away, and then Yoru straight up shoves her hand down his pants and starts, I think, literally crushing his balls.
Yeah, that's literally what they say.
Yeah, Popcorn David.
The ball crushing jogs Yoru's memory that they actually had kissed before, so she kisses Denji, and they make out until his eyes roll back into his head. Asa regains control of her body and pulls out her hand, which is now covered in Denji's chainsaw mayo, as Jordan has written.
I just wanted David to say that.
She realizes that she is so fucked up. This was the chapter of all time.
This was absolutely the chapter. It is, as people have said, peak cinema.
Peak cinema. Kino. Kino is the word in the name-o.
It was kind of an uncomfortable chapter. Yoru basically assaults both Denji and Asa because Asa did not have any say over what happened.
Yeah, she was definitely tapped out during that event.
Denji asked her to stop. This is right after Denji said, I don't want to do sexist stuff anymore. I want to stop with this stuff. So this was an interesting, very complicated chapter, and it ends on an Evangelion reference.
Yes, it does. I'm actually surprised you can actually read this chapter on the Viz app, which usually they don't let you.
I've never read a manga on the Viz app that has cum in it.
I think we are actually going to see Denji's penis at some point.
Maybe. I mean, keep in mind, listeners, Don to Don, you cannot read that on the Shonen Jump app because it's 18 plus. In fact, there is famously a page, or maybe, no, there's a whole chapter that you cannot...
The lesbian orgy?
Yeah, there's a whole chapter of Chainsaw Man you cannot read on the Shonen Jump app.
I don't think it's a chapter, it's just a page.
It's either a page or a chapter. I remember there be something weird there, but the point is you can't read something that Fujimoto did already. Like, they took that off, and yet they left this here. It might be because, I guess you can, like, read Chainsaw Man without that moment, but this is kind of...
No, you're right. It says chapter 59 is web only, which I assume is the lesbian orgy. So I guess you're right. It wasn't just they removed a page.
Yeah, on the Shonen Jump app, it just jumped from chapter 58 to 60, and I was very confused.
This is a good point. And oh god, I don't even know what to say about this chapter. It's just like,
how should we even approach this? It's
fucking hell. And it's just, this chapter is literally it has 6 pages of Denji getting a hand job. That's the bulk of this chapter. No text, Denji getting a hand job from Yoru.
The kissing is kind of uncomfortable.
Everything is super uncomfortable.
This whole chapter is very uncomfortable.
I feel like Denji, when he pulled back, he double-checked to make sure that, like, his tongue hadn't been bitten off. Because that's kind of the last time that happened to when he kissed someone.
Yeah, poor Denji. Oh my god. I just feel so bad for Denji. I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen next. I don't know how Aza's gonna react to this. It's gotta be pretty horrifying for her.
Yeah, and then Denji says the word dick instead of wiener, which it's kind of weird, but it does set the tone of how much more serious the scene is. Because Denji refers to it as his wiener when, what's that two-faced, that fucking coward lady was groping him?
Fumiko?
Yeah, when Fumiko, he says my wiener, but he says my dick.
I also think that next chapter, or soon, Aza is going to have to reveal Yoru's existence to Denji. Because she's got to be like, that wasn't me, Denji. That was not me, and Denji's probably gonna be very fucking confused. Oh my god, the poor kid.
Yeah.
Oh god. Holy shit. Fujimoto is just really set out to ruin Denji's life, it seems. Just like, god.
This is Fujimoto saying, hey, remember I made Fire Punch? We had all forgotten about.
Yeah, this is not like, oh my god, this part 2 has had so many instances of Denji just being assaulted.
This is showing the fact that he has substantially less editorial control now. Or there's substantially less editorial control in the series now.
He's going wild.
I wonder what part 2 in Shonen Jump would have been like.
Jesus Christ. It wouldn't have had this.
It wouldn't have been this. Not remotely.
This is like a powerful chapter that's very well done, which means it's uncomfortable as fuck. And fuck, this was really shocking. This was probably the most shocking Chainsaw Man chapter I've ever read.
This is probably more shocking than Bang. Like, literally.
Yeah, it's honestly just shocking because, like, okay, Bang was really shocking from, like, a character perspective, of course, but this is shocking from, holy shit, this is in Shonen Jump, or on the Shonen Jump app. Like, this was, like, I was not expecting to see this in a manga published by Shueisha. It is stunning, like, for many reasons.
I just want to say this is definitely not a Christian manga anymore.
No. Holy shit. Yeah, you can't have this in a Christian manga.
Yeah. So, yeah, Jordan, I think that's all I have to say about this chapter.
Whoa. Oh, my God. Fuck.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. And Jordan, also, just thank you so much for all your hard work on the show.
Thank you for all your hard work on the show as well, David.
You can find us on Twitter at Shonen Flopcast, Tumblr Shonen-Flop, and our website shonenflop.com. We're also on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, or wherever else you get your podcast. Props to Shannon for the awesome cover art. Find her online at Illuminati. As a reminder, we are moving the Chainsaw Minute to its own feed. You can find it at csm.libsyn.com. That's LIBSYN, or under the Chainsaw Minute wherever you get your podcast. And you can join us every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern when there's a new chapter out. You can find a link to it in the show notes or on our site. And stay tuned for Monday as we give our first thoughts on Mama Yu Yu. And Jordan, I just don't have the energy to talk about Rize right now. I just don't have the energy to talk about Rize right now. It's just like, you know.
That's all right, because I'm looking at the clock and, the Chainsaw Minute's passed.
Bye.
Bye.